Hello guys, welcome back to my another tutorial on C# Windows. Okay, so today I'm gonna teach you how to use the grid view. So grid view is just like a grid, where you can add data, and also you can store columns and rows in a grid view. So we have an example of a form here. So this is an example of a point of sale. Okay, for example, let's open this transaction. Okay, so I'll show you how to make use of this grid view. Okay, for example, you will enter a product name. For example, is Milo. For example, quantity, then the price is $7.50. Then you add the button here, so it will store temporarily on this grid view. So you can type another products, just like example, fit in right, then you can add. So when you click the add button, so it will, the item that you type here will be added to our grid view. Okay, and also it also totally amount. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to create like this type of program. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so let's create a blank form. So we call this purchase form. Okay, so how to dock this one? Set to layout. Yes. So we will create a form for a new form. So we call this purchase window. Okay, so every time we will purchase a new products, new stocks, so we'll open this form. Okay, so this is our database, POS DB. Then we have also two tables, table products and table purchase. So for table products, we have these items here. We have Milo, Ovaltine, and these are the details like unit price, quantity on hand, C price, and S price, the cost price and the selling price. And we have this reordering point. Okay, so first we will connect to our database. So this is our main form. So we have a connection string here under in the load event of our main form. You see, so in our main form, the data from TBL products are loaded here in this grid view. Okay, so let's make use of that connection. So instead of creating another connection to our purchase, so let's create a class that will we will be using for our database connection. Okay, let's add some class. So let's go to Solution Explorer, then add, then okay, so let's click this one, not this one, this one. Then let's add the new item. Then we will create class. So I will call this connect db class. Okay, so we have connect db class here. So let's add our library for MySQL data MySQL client. Okay, so next we will add our connection strings. Okay, Okay, so we have created a class. So let's create our connection to our database. So we will create a one connection, then this class which connect to our database we will gonna use to our forms. Okay, instead of making connections in each form, so we will create a one connection and we will declare it a class, then we will just use that class to anywhere in our forms or any forms. So we will just copy the existing connection, so this one. So first we will copy these variables, so let's paste it to our class. Okay, then let's create a public class for our connect DB. Then okay, so then we will paste our connections. Okay, so this is our connection to our database. So we have our database name, we have our server localhost, database name POS DB. So we'll just copy this one, then we will put it here. So we transfer our connection to our database, but the problem is our main form so still uses the previous connection, so we got some error here. So we will call our class. Okay, so we will call our class DB. So we will declare as public so that we can access that class or that object to anywhere in this part of our code. So we will call our class, then we call this DB, then we declare a new object, connect DB. Okay, so in order to use this method conDB, so we will just add db dot. Okay, dot. So conDB wala siya nag-appear, so we will make it as public class. Okay, let's check that conDB dot open. Okay, so this one we have db, so we declare as public. This one we just add db, our class name, then we have the method conDB, then this one also db dot, and also this one db dot, and also this one db dot. Okay, no more. Let's run. Okay, so pareha lang kanina. So na-transfer na natin yung connection natin sa database sa ating connectDB class. Okay, I hope you get it, guys. So we have this connection, so we will use this class in order to connect our database with another form. So in our purchase, so first we will lay out the design of our form. First we will add some data grid view. Okay, so bars, toolbox. Okay, let's reset our layout. Okay, where's our toolbox? So these are form, no toolbox. Control Alt X, Control Alt X. Okay, so let's add some data grid view. Data grid view. Okay, so we have data grid view. Okay, so let's try to add some data to our grid. Okay, for example, we will add some text box. Okay, then we're gonna add some button. Okay, we call this button add. So instead of directing our data to our tables or to our database, we will store temporarily in our grid view. So this is very useful if you will input a large amount of data, then so that you can able to enter it in a fast way, instead of directing the data to our database, which is sometimes it slows our system. So we will store it temporarily into our grid view, then later on we will save by batch the data that being stored in our grid view. Okay, so let's rename this one btn add. Okay, so let's test our code. Okay, for example, we will be adding our, for example, we will type our text box to our text box here. For example, type anything there. Then if we will click the add, so this one will be loaded to our grid. So in order to add a row to our grid, so first you need to set up your data grid view. Okay, so first we will set the number of columns. Okay, for example, so let's add some columns. Right click this one, then edit columns, then let's add sample. Let's add some product. So this is the header, and this is the header, this is the header, and this is the name of our header, it's our prod name. Then add. So we already added one column. Okay, the name is product. Then in order to add data from our column, so we will use the method of our data grid view. Okay, so we will call our data grid view data grid cart. Then we will use the row method, then add. Okay, so this command will add one row to our data grid view. We will just assign it to a variable. So every time the user click the button add, it will create a row to our data grid and store that index row value to R. Okay, so first the value of our R is 0 if your grid view is empty. Then if you will add, if we will call this command, it will add another add a first row, and that row is the index of that row is 0. Okay, then when you add another one, dagdag na naman siya ng value sa ating R. So after adding a row, so for example, we gonna store the value of our text box to our grid view. So what we're going to do is to call the grid view, then the row property, and the cell property. So we will use the value class in order to store the value of our text box, that text. Okay, so here in our row, so we're gonna put R here, so meaning the first, what is the row index, so that will be the row index here also. Then our cell, so we will put 0 because we created only one column. So this is column 0. If you add another column, so another column 1, and if you have to add another column 2. Okay, so let's try this one. So what if we will add, okay, so it's add another data. So that's it. That is how we're going to populate our grid view. So just use the add rows property, and again assign the data to our grid view row cell. Okay,